out to a whitetail property that I hunt, and we're going to be doing some scouting today. It's January 2nd. It's the end of gun seasons for at least for where I'm at. So we're going to go out. We're going to put the SD cards in the cameras, do a little bit of scouting on where the deer bed, and do some future planning for next season. Get prepared already. So without further ado, let's get started right now. Alright. I don't know what to do. What do you think?
Oh, get out.
Because we don't got an axe.
Let's get out and see if you can just push them out of the way a little bit.
Alright. Oh yeah, we're good. Oh, I see where. Alright, we're gonna move on to the scouting part of things. So, further ado, let's get started. So we're gonna actually get down to business now. We're gonna head to the area where they actually bed. Me and my filming partner here are going to discuss where we're going to help with the bedding and where we want the bedding by next year. From this angle, I can't tell if it's swampy or not. So we figured out that that's actually swampland instead of a field. It looked like a field on the mapping, so it's a no-go for that area. But we got a couple more spots we want to check out, so we're gonna walk to those spots and we'll record as we get there. So doesn't look like there's a field heading that way. There's a good trail, but there's no field or bedding that heads back that way. So there's one other spot out front that we can head back to. It's like straight that direction. So we're gonna head that way now. Let's go. Everything now is the best time, because if you spook them now, who gives a shit? No one cares.
You have to edit that out.
No, that's fine. We'll get over there. I'm guessing that's mainly going to be does. I want to make some buck bedding, because buck beds by itself, it won't bed with other groups besides post-rut period. So they're going to want to have their own sanctuary by themselves. Alright, so we found this really high traffic zone coming from another property, a little bit north and then east. So I think we're thinking of making a deer sanctuary a little north of this, a little down that way. Just we're not going to do it today. We're just scouting today, seeing what we want to plan. But if we walk down that way a little bit, we'll see that it's a little open, but there's still this trail going right through it. So right through here we have Deer Mania. We've got trail coming from over here, And going to the food plot, we got this trail heading this way to power lines that eventually lead to our front plot where our elevated blind is, where we see a lot of deer. We see a bedding area field down this way, and then we see this trail heading.
They come from this
Back
trail
this way.
behind us.
Yep. So we're thinking of doing some hinge cuts right here, or actually perhaps a little further ahead up here, but thinking of doing hinge cuts to make a new bedding spot for maybe a spot in the future come fall. But because most of you probably know this, but bucks will bed by themselves. So we need to make a isolated bedding area for that and hope that buck is using it. So we're thinking of probably maybe right here for the bedding area, but we'll figure it out. So down here, it's not swamp. It actually used to be a little bit of a kind of a swamp, but it kind of dried out over the past few years. If we go over here though, this is the field that we actually had our eyes on down that way. Unfortunately, it's actually a swamp. Now that we figured it out, what looks like a swamp. Which looks like they travel through it some, but it's not going to be very fun to plant switchgrass at. So we'll see though. Maybe a good spot for a bedding sanctuary. So we'll update you guys in a minute, and yeah. A mock scrape made by nature.
You just broke the mock scrape.
Sorry. I didn't make it, so.
So following the trail further back towards the front of the property.
Yep.
Kind of looking at some of our boundary lines. We haven't made it really to the west side of the property this year, so this helps us get a better understanding of where we need to be looking and where we can and can't shoot.
Just bare patch of dirt. I wouldn't say it's scraped. No, yeah. It may be a scrape.
Maybe at one point.
At one point. I just don't see any overhanging branches.
Definitely good trails, good signs of deer
Fresh trail going right
moving
through.
through all this area.
See it. It's all been worn down.
Definitely hunted out of it at one point, but who
Yeah.
knows how long.
You know,
Not bad though, they put it right on the trail.
It makes me curious how many deer have been killed out of it. I have some good memories taken from that. Not anymore.
It definitely has been there a while. You can see where the trees
Growing into it.
going right around the straps.
Yep. I wouldn't feel safe growing it, you know, slipping up into that. May take it down though. See if we can fix it up. I think we found our spot. We have some smaller trees. This is actually one of the bigger ones here, but we have some smaller trees here. A decently open spot. Trails going right over there.
And we already
And-
have naturally occurring trees covering the area.
Exactly.
So a little bit of hinge cut on some ones on
put
kind of
some
the north
fibrous,
side.
deer bedding down all throughout this. We're gonna need to open this up. I'm guessing probably going to that tree, this tree, this tree. Going all out. I'm guessing probably a 30 by 30 foot area for the deer. Nothing huge, not like a field, but at the same time, nothing like a small 10 by 10 area. They need an open spot with good camouflage and good exits. So we're going to move on. We're going to mark this area on Onyx and move and keep looking around. Let's go. long as it isn't mucky, maybe a good spot. And muck.
I bet you're right up in here, Carter, to your left.
There's not many big trees to.
No, but I do want to bet they do already. Just kind of looking at it, you got.
Well, how about if we do, I want to do a couple hinge cuts inward towards that, where there's some sort of covering that way, and maybe some of these smaller trees over here, like that one or this, or a couple of those right here, we hinge cut this way. Let's cover it up. Let's walk up here quickly. Just check. Oh yeah. Look at that. Perfect. We'd have to move this log around a little bit and cut up some of the brush in the middle. Actually, maybe even leave that. Throw some of the fibrous deer bedding all around throughout there, or in patches around.
Mm-hmm.
And one or two
I
things
think
gonna
it's a
happen.
perfect spot already. If they don't bed there,
Yep.
we can definitely get them to bed there easily.
Oh, yeah. Well, either it's gonna be a good.
Definitely multiple paths that they take through here.
Well, it's gonna be either a good doe herd, like a good group of does that'll bed there, or a buck or two that'll bed there. So it's a good spot there. Right to our back spot. Yeah, it looks like possible. Oh yeah, this would have been
Definitely
great. Hell of a scrape right here. I'm using scrape anyway. But yeah, it looks like this tree branch hanging over right here, bare dirt right here. Guarantee this is a good scrape back in fall. We walk up through here. Oh yeah, that's gonna be swamp right there, but that's perfect. They're gonna head right through here. They're gonna have a nice bedding spot right here on this ridge area. Deer are famous for liking higher spots, especially more mature deer. They're gonna go up on the top of ridges so they can see everything that's going on. So the deer's gonna feel a lot more safer up here.
All right.
Well, especially
bedding area.
Yeah, along with that, the fact that battery's about dead on the camera, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We found our spot today to throw out some bedding and do some hinge cuts. So part 2 of this video is gonna come maybe in the next few days to maybe a week or so. We're going to do some hinge cuts out here, throw some fibrous deer bedding out here, and maybe throw some corn in that area too. So without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys really enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe. If you guys didn't like it, you guys can dislike if you want. But without further ado, hope you guys had a great time watching this video, and peace. What's up, guys? Today we are heading out to a